What's that?
But I
Does
was
my
like, does your
husband what?
husband have LinkedIn or what's that's partially joking, but yeah, no, that's
I need some more
like
water.
when it comes to the purchasing and stuff of the jewelry, because obviously now, like you said, there's such a flood of new businesses selling, like Alibaba drop shipping jewelry on their Shopify websites and stuff like that. Like, how careful are you when it comes to like selecting what products that you want to purchase, or do you just already have those relationships established with certain people
Yeah,
where
so
you
we
don't
already
have to
have
find new
those relationships. So I buy factory direct from overseas.
got
So
it.
I have factories in South Korea, Taiwan, China, and then I have a few companies in the United States that I buy from.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what happens is they contact us because we're pretty much the largest body jewelry site. So they'll contact us, send us samples, and we'll do a small order to make sure we can trust them, make sure the products are good. And then once I establish a relationship, they just send me like spreadsheets with pictures. And then I just pick out the jewelry and go on.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, for our 14 karat gold, we have a master jeweler who makes all that. We have a whole, there's about 5 of them in the gold department.
Now, on like more of an industry level, like when it comes to jewelry, like have you noticed many changes in the last 19 years from what people were like? How like are there trends that you kind of follow or have to be aware of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Luckily for me, we have employees who are pierced because I'm not. So, for example, septum jewelry that goes, through your septum here.
Mm-hmm.
Like something like I'll go to them and I'll be like, do you think this is something, so
Yeah.
I kind of have to stay up on that, but mostly I just buy what I like and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Even though I don't,
Yeah.
like I don't have my nipples pierced, but that's really cute. So,
Hey, apparently it works pretty fucking well. So it's like, it's working out for you.
But my husband,
You got the good taste.
I watch, honestly, to tell you the truth, I watch a lot of, reality type shows and I just see what younger kids are wearing, because that's our demographic, 16 to 28. I'll
Right.
see what they're wearing, and that's basically how I just go and pick the stuff out.
Right. Well, that's awesome. It sounds like you guys have a pretty
But yeah, you got to be really, really careful when you're dealing with companies overseas.
Mm-hmm.
You just place a small order because most of them want you to what right now, then you establish terms, but you got to pay them up front and you don't know who you can trust. So.
And you're not trying to get screwed because you guys are so reputable. It's like, you don't want
Well, yeah, you got to be careful.
Fall into that.
And Bezos hasn't tried to buy you out yet?
No, I would.
Yeah, honestly. Jeff was cutting a check. I'd say just fucking leave it blank.
Here you go. Take it. I'm ready to
take it. That's awesome. That's wicked. I knew because even when you had mentioned, I think when you came on to our live before, I don't know if it was on the 24-hour live or when it was.
No, it was a mistake. I don't know.
Oh, it was a mistake.
Yeah, I don't even know how, because like one of the things popped up and then I went to go click like the profile thing, but nothing happened. So then I'm just like, I don't know what I just did. And then next thing I know, Amy pops up in the corner. I'm like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I was just working. Like, well, anyway.
Yeah, that was funny.
And from an HR point of view, so you manage, you said around 89 employees or something like it was around there?
Yeah, I mean, right now we have seasonal, so we're higher than that, but they'll be gone in the beginning of January. So yeah.
Okay, so is the seasonal just for kind of like fulfilling, because these are like the busier times?
Yeah, helping to pack, get the orders out. See, one of our main holidays is a little different, but one of our main sales points is your order ships in 24 hours.
Okay, wow. So it's like you guys are on it. Like
you guys are on it.
So we have a huge pick and pack staff, and we hire a lot of temps and a lot of seasonal during Christmas
Okay.
time.
Now, do you
Starting right before Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
so in that note, just because that's kind of along I know in the US and Canada since COVID, there's a massive struggle for like businesses to kind of hire and retain people just because, you know, a lot of times they can get their wages subsidized with, you know, benefits and stuff like that. Like, did you kind of experience any of that where people just didn't want to come back to work and whatnot?
People
Like,
didn't
did you
wanna
have to
come
incentivize them or anything?
Yeah, people
Yeah.
did not want to. It was hard to hire people.
Yeah. Especially young people too, I feel like as well. It's
Yeah, we were lucky. We were lucky enough to stay open during COVID.
yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
didn't have to, but we made all kinds of changes, you know, 6 feet apart, masks, sanitizing stations, all that kind of stuff. But then we had some employees who didn't feel comfortable coming into work. So we told them, well, you don't have to, I won't fire you. You can have your job back when you feel more comfortable coming in, you know. But yeah,
Right.
so COVID was tough. It was tough.
And I can only imagine like being on the HR side of it. Like that's got to be a pretty like that's got to be a headache in itself at sometimes, because it's like, you know, even just finding like good help or like just dealing with employees all the time, like, you know, that's not an easy thing to do. And it's like
I have an assistant who, because I'm not in New York at the warehouse,
Right.
so my assistant kind of does all the interviewing and stuff, and I just kind of like make the decisions. So she has a little tougher than I do, because they all come to her and then she comes to me. But yeah, it's a headache.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I can
It's a
imagine
headache
so.
to deal with.
For sure.
Yeah, especially.
Absolutely.
So how long until you start buying up some robots for labor and just tell them kick the curb, start because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the next Amazon warehouse coming out of Amherst.
Yeah.
Man, I actually just, well, like speaking on that, like just like the automated stuff, I just watched a video earlier today actually on how this whole shipping port they rebuilt from the ground up, and it's 100% automated. So it's like they only have like certain people there to look over it to make sure it's not fucking up, but it's like all of like the load, like whatever the machines are, like the big cranes that load the ships and all these things, like it is 100% robotic and animated. So it's like, but I mean, like the money to do so is like immense. Like you're spending a boatload of money, no pun intended, but it's like like it's not like a cheap thing to really do.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think we'll ever do anything like that.
No.
Right.
Now, where's your what's the go-to pizza place when you're in Buffalo? That's the real question.
Mazia's in Clarence.
Is that near? What's the one in? Oh no,
I always think of like Gangstas or but that's for like wings and shit. And then there's this other one too near the
there's
there's only one place in Buffalo to go for wings, and that's Duff's.
Yeah, facts.
I've never been to Duff's.
Duff's is.
And if you could go to the original one on Sheridan and Millersport, that's the place to get your wings.
Interesting.
It's a little.
We're gonna have to go
like,
there for some fucking
it's
wings.
like not the fanciest place. It's like, I don't want to say anything bad about it, but it's just not the fanciest of places. But it's the best wings.
Honestly, though, that's a
common
theme. Like it's like that. Those are the places you want to go to for the wings and such. Because
like,
every time I've gone to like what you can maybe even just a nicer restaurant for wings, can't even compare them. Like it's always like those like either rundown bars that have been there forever. Like, and it's like those ones always have the best food in them, and like the vibe in there just like like to me now it's like, you know, I'll never go anywhere like real done up if I'm going in Buffalo for wings or pizza or anything. Like it's always,
and you gotta try Duff's, because I think you like their suicide wings for your wing challenge.
I've never tried suicide wings
about
before.
Santaceros.
I love Santaceros.
I love it too. That's one of my favorite places. But for pizza, I love Mazia's, and that's on Main Street in Clarence. And then I don't know if Casa de Pizza is still there, but that was one of my favorites.
Casa de Pizza, and I remember I just remember going there all the time when I was younger, and there was this one blonde waitress who was just the coolest woman ever, and she would always give like us cookies and stuff like that. And I just loved walking in there. I don't know what it was, and then I found out they closed their original location, right? Like right when you got across the border.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they
I think they're
closed
down
that.
on Niagara Street somewhere. This is the last time I went.
Yeah.
I'm changing my answer actually. I have been to one place that would be considered nicer. It was like the 716. I'm pretty sure it was called, or the 716
Yeah,
bar.
yeah, down by
They
the
actually had good food there. I'm not gonna lie. Like
yeah, they were
that,
pretty
that
good.
was actually a place I'd go back to.
Yeah.
The
again, but-
Pagulas built that. The owners of the
Oh.
Sabres and the owners of the Bills. They built 716.
Oh, that makes sense why it's so close to the arena. Because we
Yeah.
went there for a Leafs and Sabres game the one time, so
Yep.
it was like,
Yeah, they
it was
built
good.
that whole complex.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But even on pizza, I'm like, it's the cliche, but Lenova, and then there's this place called Picasso's.
Oh well,
in
yeah,
Williamsburg.
Oh, Picasso's is good too. That's right
I
by
like, yeah,
where we live.
yeah, and then, but yeah, no, San Acero's is probably my favorite restaurant in Buffalo. I have to say.
That's the only thing about living down here. It's like I miss Ted's. Have you ever been to Ted's?
Ted's hot dogs, hell
Yes. Okay,
What-
and I
what's-
miss Anderson's. You ever been to Anderson's?
yeah.
Roast
No,
beef? Okay, well, if you ever get to
What-
Buffalo,
what's-
go to Anderson's roast beef.
Bubba's just said, what's this one? Boches?
Bocce's.
Bocce's.
They just opened one near my house in Clarence.
That okay.
That's
that-
like an old favorite. That's a really good pizza too. Bocce's.
I'm gonna have to start coming to Buffalo for some
Oh,
Zod.
dude, no,
Like this
Buffalo's-
Domino's
Oh, my
isn't
God.
cutting it once I go
I
there.
don't know. I cannot find a place down here
Oh,
that has good pizza. I don't like any of them.
really? Now, what part of Florida are you in? Are you in like
So I'm in
Orlando?
Windermere, Florida. Windermere, Florida is just about a half an hour southwest of Orlando. Like
Oh, okay.
you can watch the Disney fireworks from the end of my driveway. I'm really close to Disney
Oh.
World.
Oh shit. No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, see, like anytime I've been to Florida, it was strictly for Disney World. So
Yeah.
I've
Well,
only ever
That's
seen
why
Orlando.
we built the house down here. We bought it. It was new. We bought it new as a vacation spot.
Right.
And then we found a school for my daughter because she has special needs. So we found a school down here that we thought would be really productive for her. So we moved down here full time.
Right.
And that's why
Nice.
we're down here.
Oh, right on. That's awesome.
Right on.
So,
It worked out for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, except I miss home. You know, all my friends
No.
are still back there.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
And you're close to snakes in Florida, so fuck that.
Oh, Christ. I had one. I swear to freaking God. He came up to my back door is a glass window back door.
Oh, I don't. Oh.
Snake literally slithered up, got up, and looked inside my freaking door. I took a picture of it. I'm like, oh my God. Then he turned around, swam across my pool, and took off. I was like, no.
Oh, that's fucked.
I'm like, I'm going home. But
Yeah.
See, like
Yeah.
whenever I was in Florida, the only thing I saw, and like Liv just said it in the chat, was a gator. And let me tell you, this sucker was massive. And I don't know if it was because I was like only 8 or 9 years old at the time, but this sucker was huge. It was right. It was like one of the, I forget what it's called, but like Osprey's Ridge or something like that.
Osprey,
It was one of those.
That's Disney's
Yeah.
golf course, Osprey.
Yeah, so we were there and we we tee off, we hit our approach shots. Next thing you know, we're getting closer to the green. Me and my dad look up and there's just this big gator sitting on the green and we're like, well, fuck that. We're not
They're
like,
all over.
we got closer
They're
and this guy
all
just
over.
didn't care. Like, oh,
They're just
that
all
freaks
over.
me out. Like, I wouldn't want to swim anywhere in Florida just because
I
of the
won't.
gators.
I go
Like,
to my pool. That's it.
yeah,
my pool
I
and
don't
that's
blame
it.
you.
And even
I
in
don't
my
blame
pool,
you.
I'm like, if I'm alone, I'm like, could a gator get through my fence? Could it get under it? You know, I get nervous. But I mean, my husband was taking a walk in our neighborhood and we have, you know, lakes and ponds all over. And he sent me a picture. There's a big gator sunning itself.
Holy
Holy
shit.
shit.
Yeah,
And
that's like,
he's like, is that what I think it is? Because it was on the other side. I'm like, it looks like it to me. And the next day they had a boat in there getting him out. But
holy
yeah, I know.
shit.
I could do
Yeah, that
without.
would,
But I told
yeah,
you
me
before,
too.
the thing that freaked me out the most was those tree frogs. They
What-
literally
what-
stick themselves on your window, and they're like this big, and the sounds they make at night are literally they freak me out. I'm still not used to them.
See, the only tree frog I've ever seen was like literally like that big, because like we don't get them that like that
No, they
large.
were like they're like this, and then they like the one day I went to let the dog out, and I turned the light on, and there was one like stuck right on the door. I was like, hell no. But
Oh,
I mean, they're
Oh,
harmless.
jeez.
They just are crazy sounding.
yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. God
Hey,
damn.
you saw my reaction the other night to cockroaches, so you know, I didn't
Yeah.
think like that was a genuine reaction. I didn't play that up for live. Like that thing came out, and that was like, oh, that came from the heart right there. I was like,
We
what
have
the
them down
fuck?
here too. Ugh, they're in Florida, and I'm like, I've never
Ooh.
experienced one either, but they're huge down here.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah, those
fuck, we
fuckers
don't
are
see those
big.
at home.
No.
we
No,
don't see
I
those
never
out.
did either. I was like, what is that?
Ugh.
But
Yeah,
I
see-
like just you just have your yard, you know, they just come and they spray, and
Yeah,
they don't usually get in the house.
that's true. That's true. We
Sometimes.
hope anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Fuck.
anyway, you got any more questions or?
Oh, well, now my head is in about 5 different places. I'm thinking about all these businesses, and then I'm thinking about a snake going into your pool, and then I'm thinking, I can't even begin. Yeah,
He's all wired up now.
I would say maybe I have a ton of questions, but I'll keep it short. Like maybe the last question I would have is kind of, if you were to say in the next 10 years, like where do you kind of see it just sustaining those businesses, or are you guys kind of open to still exploring like new ideas and kind of like still, you know, trying to navigate what other areas or markets you could get into?
Well, if it were up to me, we'd sell it and retire in Italy, and that'd be that. But I don't.
Don't worry,
see us doing that
I'll call
anytime
Jeff
soon.
Bezos. I'll get him to write.
Tell them we got 3 business. Anyway, well, definitely, we always want to grow. You always want to grow. You don't want to just sustain. You always want to keep moving forward. The minute I say that we're done with businesses, he'll come back from Miami Sunday with a new idea. So,
Yeah, that's true.
You never know.
Kitchen's gonna turn into a new lab.
Now, I don't know the age of your husband and stuff, but when it gets to that point where you think of retirement, like, is it something you would sell, or do you kind of have like do you have like someone who you think can carry on that?
We have staff that if we decided to retire or step away and just keep the business, we have staff that could run it. He's the hardest one to replace, so he would have to, but I mean, ultimately, probably at some point we would want to sell.
Yeah,
sell
for sure. And is that something like, have you guys ever, obviously that's, stuff you can't get too into about, but have you ever been approached by like other, kind of when like e-commerce was really starting to show growth, like in the last like 5 to 7, 8 years, I would say, like, were you ever approached by like bigger jewelry companies that wanted to try and get into that space?
Not necessarily jewelry companies, but he has been approached by somebody to buy. But it just wasn't where he wanted it to be, their offers and stuff. So
yeah, it didn't work, didn't check out. Well, this has been super informative.
Yeah, this is informative.
I'm glad. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about because Chris does all the important stuff. So.
It's all right. Well,
No,
when he's
glad.
back from Miami, we'll bring him on. We need Chris Prod in the chat.
Well,
But-
I don't know, if you ever have any questions, I could, just DM me, I can ask him.
Absolutely. Well, you
sure.
look for that DM because it's gonna come. Because I got a lot more where that came from. But yeah, no, that was
that
wicked,
was
bro.
awesome. I
That
love
was
learning
sweet.
about that because I honestly, like I said before, all I knew is what you put in the Facebook group, and then what my mom pretty much gave me like a brief
Yeah,
kind of summary. So, like, it was nice to get to know more about what you did and like your background and whatnot. So yeah, that was great. We enjoyed this thoroughly for sure.
oh, good, I did too. All right,
Awesome.
all right, well, I'll go back in the comments then.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
See you
All right,
later.
see you
Much
Thanks a
later.
lot.
love.
Much
All right.
love.
Ciao.
Spinning.
Yeah, like that was phenomenal.
Like
Do you think you could grab like cookies?
Oh my god.
You know? Oh. But yeah, no, that was fantastic. Like that, just being able to learn more about Amy, all of that was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Even though Kuhn had all the questions, which is absolutely perfect. Like I like to take it in and then just kind of elaborate from that.
Don't
And-
sell yourself short, bro. Like you said, your questions were you know how to like navigate a conversation well.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was just like, no, that was great.
But,
Thoroughly enjoyed that. Because like I didn't know like the body jewelry industry
I had
was
no
as
idea.
large as that. Like I honestly I hadn't, because like obviously like I don't have any piercings myself
They haven't
either.
seen the nipple yet.
Don't, it's sensitive still.
Sensitive.
But yeah, that was fantastic. Amy, again, thank you very much.
Honestly, you're the goat.
You the bomb. Are you
I just had it a little bit.
Kels? I'm tempted.
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, to even just bring in people, like we just like to know what you guys do as well, as much as you guys like keeping up with what we're doing, we're super intrigued by what you guys do. And Amy's a boss. Might have to fly out to Miami to one of those conventions.
Sorry, I'm gonna talk with food in my mouth right here, but I have to get it up before I forget. You know you're a boss.
Squirrel.
You know you're a boss when people come up to you and you can take your pick from which company you want to go with. That's boss. Like that's like, especially at that level.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely that is super impressive to me. Like,
Yeah.
your husband, Amy, has an incredible mind and like an incredible work ethic to back it.
Well, even just to start, like, to 19...
Just like this guy right here. Oh, you got something in your head. I got you. Don't worry.
It's a cockroach! Yeah, no, that's evident. Like, as soon as she said, like, 19 years, and then I was like, okay, did you start in kind of more of a retail capacity and then move into the online space? And she was like, no. Immediately, no. Justin, you're done. No. But like that to me is just so impressive because to kind of throw all your cards into that at that time when people were like,
That's
what?
a risky move.
Yeah. And I mean, eBay has always been a pretty big marketplace, but still like to get on that early.
Lisa, Lavish Lisa, did I see you in here? Because I took a picture of something today that reminded me of you.
Oh yeah, you did.
So if you're in here, I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it for yourself. But I was just like, no way. Oh, there she is. Perfect.
We are in Greece.
Look at that. We saw that in the mall today. You just need Lisa beside it. Lavish Lisa. Nails, wax, lash. But yours is a hair salon, so I was like, shit. Definitely not Lisa's, and she's not in Hawaii, so But yeah, I saw that, immediately reminded me of you. I was like, I gotta snag a pic. Back to the roots.
But yeah, dude. Oh my god. That could have went on for hours.
Oh, I know. I saw the gears turning in your head.
That was awesome. I love doing shit like that.
Anytime, Lisa. No
If
problem.
you need to borrow a snake, I have eight, and I'm in Florida. Gina.
Immediately.
No.
You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
You're done.
Gina's about to catch a mute on that one.
Oh man, that was awesome. Well, at least I'm over nerves about going.
Oh, you
live.
killed that.
Amy. You killed that. That was fantastic. I did there was for me, I didn't even detect nerves from you. Like right from the get go, you were going. It was very fluent. You know, you couldn't even tell from your voice. Like you killed that, honestly.
And I don't know, like it was the whole setup. You were sitting in what looked to me was a sick ass chair.
Yeah.
Like that's someone who has like
comfy,
a couple
like,
monitors, a nice big desk.
I'm
Yeah.
chilling. I'm vibing. Whoops. Whoopsies. Christopher's. Oh, it's his desk. Right on. It's a good setup you had going on there. Kuhn, you better be ready, Lisa says.
Yeah, well, there's conditions. I'll do it. I know where I'm doing it. And when I give my word, when I give my word, there's not been one time I said I wasn't going to do something and I didn't. So it'll happen, but obviously there has to be. It's a transaction, you know. That shit ain't just coming for a fucking video.
For 72 hours, we sell out. Kuhn puts a snake around the neck.
Vanessa. Yeah, we got to get Vanessa to get that shit in writing.
You moist succulent. You're done.
What? What did you just say? Pause. Anytime you say something sus, I'm just going to start saying pause.
Oh, she goes, I thought I fired you.
You hired me back.
You didn't fire me, right?
No,
I'm
she
okay.
didn't fire you, but she hired me back.
Because I'm an angel.
Alex, we'll discuss
We'll
that.
discuss that
Yeah, if you
later.
keep calling her succulents moist, bud.
She's like, you're done.
Hey, you're done.
Oh,
Never
no.
fire Alex.
Oh, Vanessa, thank you. Appreciate that.
I want to.
You're on probation. That's
I'm on
all.
probation.
But we don't know your terms. So you don't know if you could break it. You don't know if you could violate it, I mean.
Violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
Faye, I got you. I love that. I've said it. I've said it multiple times today, even. Ever since you said it, it just kind of came out. The terms fluctuate. Interesting. So is it your own terms then? And you just kind of decide when he violates them and such?
Yeah. Dude, honestly, in that little skit today in the mall,
I wish we could have got Santa just going like,
oh yeah, guys, we literally tried to get a Christmas photo with Santa, and we wanted
these
him.
damn kids
we
took our spot.
yeah, we wanted to have Santa like throw up signs like this, and we were just gonna. But like we were a walk-in, and there was appointments, and then he was like dealing with us, and then said somebody else had an appointment, and we were like, all right, we'll figure it out later. But
yeah, so it's fun. Sherry, it's not. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. But that one store we went in, that we did the skit in.
Oh yeah.
I thought that guy was close to just being like.
He's like, if it's the pictures you're talking about, I'm not gonna be offended.
I'm in this for money.
It's like, all right, well, we'll be back. I'll bring Auntie Carol with me, and
yeah.
You rang, Kara. Don't worry.
Ozzy Nat, I heard it was your birthday a few days. Alex.
Good thing it was just a drop. Good thing it was just a drop, my clumsy ass Judas Priest. What?
Nothing. You're done.
Pause.
I love how that missed the iPad and the MiFi.
Oh, that's calculated.
Yeah,
Every move
nice.
is calculated. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Shotgun.
Shotgun.
Yes, it's Sherry's birthday. Tomorrow?
Today.
Today?
I think so, because Rana posted the video already.
Oh, happy birthday.
Rana banana. Rana, I'm just happy I can say, oh, it's
It
tomorrow.
is tomorrow, I knew it.
Oh.
Happy early birthday. I'm gonna have a tequila shot to try 3. Do 3, Amy.
Shotgun. Oh, Allison's in Scotland. She started celebrating early. I got you. She goes, okay, okay, easy. Easy. Boss status. Y'all drink to my birthday because I'm a quitter.
We don't drink.
We're also quitters. And you couldn't wait to post. No, it was a great post. It was fantastic. You did good. Is it flooded in your area of Hawaii? No. That's a negative.
Dude, but did you see that video in Waikiki the day after we left?
I did not, but I've heard that it's like almost waist deep.
Yo, check this. You're gonna shit.
We've been dodging bullets left, right, and center.
Dude, we literally
We've been
have.
dodging bullets.
Oh my god.
Hello. Yo.
Dude, that's where we were.
Yo.
That's where we were.
Dude, we could have gone swimming in the streets.
I know.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
Wait, should I put a little music on?
Yeah, put some tunage. A bit of tunage. I had you emotional. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. It was a great video. You're making storms when you leave places. Fuck. Liv, we have not been surfing yet, but today we went parasailing, and that was actually a really fun time.
Jet skiing.
Jet skiing as well, that was a blast. So yeah, we actually, the footage from it was
Yeah.
actually sick. Like there are some sick shots from the camera, as well as clips as well.
And the like GoPro.
And the GoPro, yeah.
Guys,
Kuhn did drop the GoPro.
The GoPro on the parasail, so I
Like
was holding
free
on
hand.
with one arm, free hand, and I didn't drop it. Ow! Snaps to that.
He killed that shit. But parasailing, absolute blast. Yeah, it was good shit. Although the first 2 times he dunked us in the water, I wasn't expecting it. And then the third time, right before like the end, like he got us good. Like we were fully submerged in the water.
Yeah.
But it was sick. It was sick. Vanessa, simply because I didn't trust myself really enough to hold it, I'm like, Kuhn, you got this shit.
Yeah, because he knows if it drops, then it's on me.
Yeah, it's like, God, I didn't do it. What a rush. Although, nothing compares to skydiving though, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like I probably would have had more of like a high coming off of it if we didn't skydive. But like, it's gonna be high to match that adrenaline rush. That's for sure. So baby, hold on tight.
Yeah, Vanessa, it's usually how it goes. What time is it in East Coast?
It's 1:40. You love skydiving. It's a great time. Fantastic.
Isn't it 5? So it's 12:40.
Good call. Yeah. Attaboy. Quick maths.
Last night was so funny.
When
When you were like,
so
we're trying to add up numbers, right? And Alex is like, I'm gonna try and do this in my head. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go inside and get water then. And I come back out, he's like, yeah, no.
like, I'm not doing this no more.
He's like, I need to do this for myself. And I was like, okay, bro.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did have a puff beforehand, so I'm like, I'm gonna do this for myself. I'm gonna prove to myself I can do this. And then I started looking at the numbers more, and I'm like, did the first calculation. I'm like, yeah, this is where it ends. So I cut it out right then and there. Then I just used the calculator. But I was on the right track up until the third number, and then I just fucking lost my train of thought. I'm like, yeah, this ain't happening. So yeah.
Oh.
And to answer that question, I'm a skier. I like to ski. I'm not a snowboarder.
Dude, try some of these.
All right, Papa, can you put some in my hand? Oh, thanks. Oh, are these nuts?
No. Tell me if you like. I'll tell you what they are after. Thoughts? Good?
That's some good shit right there.
Ready? Bada bean, bada boom. They're beans.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Dude, those are great.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
100 calories.
Wow.
7 grams of
I
protein.
like that.
One at a time, Wendy. We don't know how to do that.
Y equals mx plus b, no idea either.
Vanessa, if you know, you know. Pantry vibes. I tell about the captions on the merch.
Yeah.
Okay, so for each, like we mentioned this, so for each product that we have on merch, we've given it like a specific name that's kind of symbolic to Vancouver and our trip out west, and the caption pretty much describes it and gives like kind of a brief rundown of like where we got the inspiration from, yada yada. And then we have the Bud Light stickers and a little teaser. It's just the only caption is for those who know.
For those who know. Liv, absolutely not. I needed a clear state of mind in order to do that because I was petrified. Like, heights is my biggest fear, so if I would have done that beforehand, I would have sketched myself out. I might actually would have passed out. So, that's a negative for me there.
Oh,
And the joke about the toque one today, I look at Koo and I'm just like, oh
yeah, this was
Fuck.
funny.
This toque might actually fit my little noggin. Then he looks at it, he's like, maybe not. And I'm like, but fuck, it says, I'm like, fuck. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty much one size fits all except for Alex's head. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck. But honestly, it's almost mission impossible to find a hat that fits my head sometimes, so.
Just a little bean.
I just got a little noggin. Just a little noggin.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Representation of Alex. Just
And
a
then
little
everybody
bean.
else's.
Fuck.